I want to get you into the right mindset of building this perfect registry for yourself, okay?
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry.
What is up, you guys? Welcome to another video. My name is Mercy Linnell. If you are not new here, hi and welcome back. If you are new here, I do not know what brought you here, but I love that for us. On this channel, we talk about all things life because life is life and how to all of us, and we're going through it together right here right now on this channel. So if you're interested in joining the party, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. So today we are talking about motherhood, okay? And more specifically things about our baby registry and things that you should be adding to your baby registry. Now, today we're gonna go over the big ticket items. I decided to split this video up because I didn't want it to be too long. So I have a big ticket item and then I have a small ticket item video. So today we're talking about big ticket items. And if you're anything like me and you are in the season of creating your baby registry, you know that it is a lot, okay? There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of things out there. And, you know, you're overwhelmed. And that's what probably brought you to this video, because you need to know, what do we need to add to our registry? And you probably have watched a million videos about this. I know I did. I did a lot of research, you guys. I watched a lot of videos. I read a lot of blogs. I read a lot of things. And yeah. It took me a while, but I really do think I created my perfect registry. So today we're going to talk about things that you absolutely need to make sure are added to your registry. I want to get you into the right mindset of building this perfect registry for yourself, okay? So by doing that, there are some things that I want you to keep in mind, okay? The first thing is, make sure you are adding quite literally everything to your registry, okay? I don't care how expensive it is to how cheap it is, okay? Add everything to that registry of yours, because you just never know what someone is willing to buy, okay? You really don't know. People love to shower people when it comes to baby. I didn't realize it until I was in it, but baby registries are literally the most shopped registry of all time. So add everything to your registry, okay? Second thing to keep in mind is that you won't need everything up front, okay? Like the things that you are going to be using and adding to this registry is going to come in waves. And so not everything is going to be needed like as soon as baby gets here. And that should put you at ease, especially if you are someone who maybe does not receive a certain item off your registry and that you'll have to actually purchase yourself. Just know that you won't need to maybe get it like right then and there, like the high chair. Baby's not gonna need a high chair for the first few months of life, right? So if you don't receive one off your registry, don't worry, you can budget and get one later. Third thing to keep in mind is quality over quantity always, okay? Especially if you are someone who maybe just started their parenthood journey, maybe this is your first child and you plan on having multiple children, right? You want to make sure you're getting things of quality so that way you can continue to use them later on down the line. You know, a lot of these items are expensive out here, okay? Especially items that are like name brand items. These things can get really, really pricey. If you are someone who finds that they do want something that is really expensive and maybe it's something that you can't necessarily afford, well, let me tell you something. These mommies are out here buying things off of Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp, but mainly Facebook Marketplace. That's where all the mommies are, okay? So you can really get what you want at a discounted price if you don't receive it like off your registry or something, and you don't necessarily want to pay top dollar for it. You can get it on Facebook Marketplace for a really good deal. There's a lot of stuff on there. And then also, nowadays, you guys, these dupes are everything. Creating this list for today that I was doing, I realized I have become the dupe queen, okay? I think I got a dupe for literally almost everything, okay? All these big ticket items, I'm pretty sure I duped out, okay? Even though I added these to my registry, I added the dupes because I wanted to be mindful of other people's pockets. And I also know, because I'm a big shopper, that when you go shopping for someone, okay, sometimes I don't like to just come with like one item, right? So say like I have a budget of like $300. I can either buy an item at $300 or I can buy two items that are at like $150 or something. I shop like that, and I know a lot of people that I know shop like that. So I became the dupe queen for a lot of these baby items. And I'm gonna tell you something, most people who bought these big ticket items bought multiple items. I think it's because I went with the dupes. And we'll talk about that later. The fourth thing to keep in mind is once you start going through this baby thing and you start researching all this baby content and all this stuff, okay, you're going to have ads pop up on your phone, your Instagram, your Facebook, your TikTok, whatever it is. You're going to have all this stuff pop up, all these ads. You know the ads I'm talking about, okay, because your phone does be listening to you. So you know the ads that I'm talking about. All this stuff's going to pop up and you're going to be like, oh my God, like, do I need this? Should I add this? Do I want this? Like, and it's going to become overwhelming. Now, a lot of times these ads are going to be something that you may not necessarily need right then and there, or whatever the case is. So what you can do is you can on Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. But on Instagram and Facebook, more specifically, you can save these posts, right? And organize them and create folders for you to go back, to refer back to buy them at a later time. Because in reality, your baby registry, you want to focus on your baby's first year of life, okay? You want to make sure that your baby and you are set up for your first year of life. So what I would do is I would save these posts that I see or ads, and I would create folders for them. I have a folder on Facebook, I have a folder on Instagram, and they're titled like toddler stuff or, baby stuff or like feeding stuff, just like things, right, that I didn't necessarily need on my registry, but things that I necessarily want to do, want to invest in, or want to get for my baby as she gets older, okay? So be mindful of that. Or I know other people who actually will screenshot things, right, and create albums on their phone. If you have the storage to do that, and if that's your preference, do that as well. But yeah, keep those 4 things in mind, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into the video. It's gonna be a long one. So let's jump into the video and let's talk about creating and building your perfect registry, okay? Big ticket item version. A few disclosures. My baby is almost 5 months, so this is gonna be everything from 0 to 5 months, okay? And then also, I only did 2 registries, Target and Amazon. That's it. So that's where the pricing of all the stuff that I got and all the stuff I registered for and all the stuff that I duped for is gonna be on those websites, okay? Just so you know. Okay, first up is the Snuggle Me Lounger. Now, I talked about this in my newborn essential video, so if you have not seen that video, I'll be sure to link that video below. It's a good video. It's really just items that are really more so tailored for your first 2 weeks of baby's life. That's how detailed I got. 2 to 4 weeks, okay? So I mentioned the Snuggle Me Lounger. My baby spent a lot of time in that lounger when she got home. I mean, a lot of time. And I decided to include it in today's video because even though I'm trying to kind of go more so like 0 to 3 month-ish on these items now, it's still a very relevant item. She did use it all the way up maybe until like 3 months. And I'm pretty sure even to this day, she may still like it. I don't know. I haven't really used it in a few weeks only because she's now to the point where she wants to sit up, right, and do things like that. So she's just getting a little bit older. But let me tell you, that Snuggle Me Lounger saved us so much. She spent so much time in that lounger. It is a controversial item because people, say that babies have died and suffocated from it, which I'm sure is very, very true. So obviously be mindful of that and, make sure the baby is supervised while sleeping. Even at that age, supervise the baby, okay, while they're sleeping. But this item, I added it to my Target registry. It's priced at $109, and to me, it is worth every freaking penny. And then on Amazon, they do not sell the pillow on Amazon, but they do sell the pillow covers on Amazon. So, okay, next is a changing pad. Now, this is something that I went back and forth with a lot. First, I was like, do I want a changing pad? Do I need a changing pad? Am I going to use a changing pad? I don't know if I'm going to use it. I'm like, maybe I will use it. Then I was like, screw it, I'm just going to get it. So then, after I decided, okay, yes, I want a changing pad, I was like, okay, do I want the peanut kangaroo changing pad? Do I want the hatch changing pad? Which one do I want? Now, the one that's most popular is the peanut kangaroo one, right? People love it because they say it's soft and it's easy to clean. Great. The hatch one people love because it has the feature of weighing your baby, which is also amazing. And you don't think about it, but like sometimes people have trouble feeding their babies up front. I didn't have that problem. My daughter is greedy, y'all. Like, she's so greedy and she has to wait to prove it, okay? But I didn't have that problem, thank God, but I didn't even think about that. I just thought about me being nosy and wanted to know how much she was gonna weigh. But that is a good thing to think about as well. Like, maybe you will have trouble feeding your baby, so maybe, watching their weight is gonna be good for you. I don't know, that's obviously something to think about. Now, as I'm going through all these emotions, I decided against both the peanut and the hatch. Hatch because the only reason I was getting it was because of the scale, and a lot of people were having issues with the scale, and like only lasted for like X amount of days, like, no. Then the peanut, I'm like, okay, there's nothing really special about it other than the shape of it and that it's easy to wipe down. I'm like, a lot of these changing pads are easy to wipe down. Like, that's the whole point, like we've graduated from the old school cushion changing pad. We have graduated from those. So I ended up going with the Skip Hop changing pad on Amazon. That's what I added to my registry. Reviews were just really good about it, okay? It's retail priced at $80 versus the peanut and the hatch. Both are retail priced at $150. I mean, it's really just up to you. Obviously, it's a preference thing, but the reason why I went with the Skip Hop is because honestly, the reviews were really good. When I was doing my research, the reviews were really good. And then also, I really like the little mobile thing up top. I'm like, oh, that would be good because that will like help distract her and, she has something to look at. First of all, she didn't start looking at it until like now. So the first 3 months of life, baby's not worried about nothing else, okay? Babies can barely really even see, right? So I wasn't even amazed by it. But now we're 4 months in. almost 5 months. She recognizes it. It has a cute little mirror thing on it. She loves to look at herself. So it's great. I love it. I think it's necessary. At first I was like, it's probably not necessary to even get a changing pad. I'm not gonna use it that much, but I'm gonna get it anyway just for the aesthetic. I actually use it a lot more than I thought I was. So I am an advocate for it. Yes, get a changing pad, add it to your registry. You need it. But what I will say about these wipeable changing pads is that be mindful of them being cold, because I was wondering, like, every time I put it down, she would be like fussy and cry and scream and stuff. Now I realize that it's a little bit cold. So I lay her down like on a towel or something on it, or like one of her burp cloths or something, just so she's not like, skin to changing pad is not like a shock to her, you know. So do keep in mind of that when you're using your changing pad. Next, we're gonna talk about the bouncers, the swings, the carriers, all that stuff, right? So first we're gonna talk about Baby Bouncer. Okay, I went with the Baby Delight on Amazon, and that is retail priced at $70. Okay, this Baby Delight bouncer is a dupe for the Baby Bajorn bouncer, which is retail priced at $200. We get so much use out of it, it's insane. Sorry, my camera died. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so yes, the baby bouncer. So we get so much use out of this baby bouncer. She loves the baby bouncer. We didn't really start using it until about maybe 3 months in. The first 2 months she was just too small, and she kind of would just like fold into it. So she didn't really like care for it at that point. But now that she's older, she loves this baby bouncer. Okay, and this dupe is amazing. I mean, it's great quality. You can wash it, and she just really loves it. She loves it. So I'm really, really, really happy that I chose the one that I did, and it's an absolute necessity for your registry because it's portable, right? So you can move it anywhere within the house. It's easy for you to move. So like if you are someone who is like in the kitchen and you're like cooking or washing dishes or something, your baby can sit in that baby bouncer and be fine. If you need to take a shower and no one's there to watch the baby or anything like that, put the baby in that bouncer right there so you can see the baby while you're showering. Works out great. So I love the baby bouncer. Now, as far as the baby swing, I ended up going with the Larex swing on Amazon. I know a lot of people love the Fisher Price and the Mamaroo. I don't remember the Fisher Price swing, but I know the Mamaroo retail price at about $265, and the Larex one that I went with was retail price at about $120. Now, what I will say about this is that it's not her favorite thing in the world, and I really wish it was, because I feel like it's cool. It's a swing, right? It's not one of those old school swings. It's a cute little swing. How I chose this one, I want to say it's more so based off of aesthetics. And great reviews, honestly. I like it. You know, it's Bluetooth. They can hook up to your phone. You can play music on it. It has music on it. It has different levels of the speed of the swing. And I mean, she's okay in it, but it's not her favorite. She would definitely choose the bouncer over the swing any day. But I say still make sure you have some sort of swing on your registry, only because, like, again, it's going to be baby preference. You don't know what your baby's going to like. So I definitely think that the Larex, to me personally, I think it's a great choice. I know a lot of people who have the Mamaroo and their babies hate it. Okay, and the Mamaroo does some cool stuff, right? It does some cool shit, but the babies actually hate it. So I think it's just really gonna be up to personal preference, which a lot of this stuff is going to be, because your baby's gonna have a personality before you know it. But the Larex dupe, swing dupe is, I think it's good enough. Next, we're gonna talk baby carriers. Okay, so I have baby carrier on the big ticket item because they can get very pricey. Now you can get a decent price carrier under $100, right? Or you can go all the way up to like the name brands, and they can get really, really pricey up there. So there are multiple kinds, right? A lot of people swear by the wraps, the baby wraps, and I did add a baby wrap to my registry. I added the Kia Babies wrap to my registry. I think it was retail price at $25. I did add that. Now, me personally, I did not use it very much. I used it really, really, really early on when she was like a newborn and had like absolutely like no muscles. I used that wrap like a few times, very, very early on. And I guess it was cool. I mean, it was cool for what it was. It's just not my preference. And so I also registered for a few carriers, and my favorite one is the Infantino carrier. I love the carrier, and I actually got a few of those, and I think I got 3. Well, I got 2 Infantino carriers, and I got 1 more. It might have been a Fisher carrier or something like that. I don't remember the name brand, honestly. I don't remember the name brand, but I did not like it. So it was just like way too complicated. It was just too much. So I did get the Infantino carriers. You will need a baby carrier. I love, 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 love baby wearing. It's my favorite thing. It's the most efficient thing ever. And I use it a lot when we go into like the stores and I'm doing like a lot of shopping. I use it a lot then. And she loves to be worn as well. And so make sure, my personal advice would be to add multiple to your registry. Even if it's just like one that you really, really want, get like multiple of them or add multiple of them to your registry, because honestly, think about it. I added one for myself, right? So I have the leopard print one for myself, but my man is not going to want that one if he's wearing her, okay? So I also got like a plain black one for him as well. But also I find that I'm leaving one in the car, I'm leaving one at home. That way, like when we're outside on the go, like, oh yeah, I have the carrier in her trunk, like things like that. So I believe it's best to have multiple of them. You can get really nice ones. The Ergo Baby one is a really nice one. She's a little bigger now, so she's a lot bigger now. And I think maybe I may invest in that one because it looks like it's just a little bit more comfortable. But the Infantino one is super cute and it is great, and she loves it and I love it. So it's a really good dupe option in my opinion. But there are ones like the Ergo Baby and the Mom Cozy where they're gonna run you a couple hundred, like a little bit over $100. So those are options as well. Make sure you're adding some sort of carrier. Let's talk car seat. Okay, car seats are literally the most important thing, and there's so many of them, you guys. Like, if nothing else, you absolutely will need a car seat for your baby. Just to get your baby from the hospital home, you need a car seat, right? So it's like the most needed and important item, important big ticket item. So there's so many. Okay, I did a lot of research, and the research, I started to become overwhelmed with the research. But there is a certain car seat that is on the market right now that is all the rage, and that is the Duna. Okay, the Duna is all the rage because it is the car seat stroller combo. Okay, amazing, amazing product. I love it. Now, I was very much on board and set to get the Duna, okay, and add the Duna to my registry. And I was like, if no one else buys it, I'm gonna buy it. Mind you, this thing is retailed at about $550. I did not care. I wanted the Duna, okay? So I was actually on TikTok one day and another stroller came up on my TikTok feed, and it's called the Evenflo Shift Dual Ride, okay? Unbeknownst to me, it is the dupe to the Duna, okay? So Duna was the only car seat on the market that had the stroller combo to it. It's a great product. So the Evenflo is the dupe to it. And there are two differences in these car seats. So the Evenflo was the one that I ultimately ended up going with, and I'll let you know why. So with the Duna and the Evenflo both, you have to be mindful, you guys, that these are car seats, okay? So they are naturally going to be close to the ground because you can only fold up so much leg, right, to be put in the car seat base, okay? So they're not gonna be super tall like the average strollers. They are low to the ground. With the Duna, you cannot adjust the handle, okay, so it's really low. So if you are somebody who is super tall or your partner is super tall, it's gonna feel very awkward to push that Duna, okay? And with the Evenflo, it gives you a little bit more option and leeway because it actually extends, okay? The handlebar extends a little bit out. Now, both me and my partner are not very tall. He's an average height and I'm like a little bit under average. So we're not very tall. So the Duna would have been just fine, honestly, but I do like having the option of having a taller handle. Like, I'm a person who loves options, okay? So I love that the Evenflo offered that. And then also, the Evenflo also offers the option of leaving the wheels in the car seat base. And the Duna does not. Like, no matter what, the Duna, you have to take those damn wheels with you. Now, I have not been in a situation where I've had to leave the wheels behind in the car, but I got the option to if I wanted to. Because again, I like options. So if I wanted to, I could, but I have not yet. But yes, I love the Evenflo. I think it is a great dupe. It is retail priced at $400, so $150 less than the Duna. And I feel like just offers a little bit more. It even has the option of having the carry-all. It has like a little storage bag carry-all thing that you can attach to it, which I use often, which was honestly probably the main reason why I went with the Evenflo versus the Duna, because the Duna does not have that option of adding any storage to it. The Evenflo does. Now, it's not like a huge storage bag, okay? It's literally just like a little baggy thing that you add to it. But it's perfect for those quick like store runs. Like, say you have dinner or something that you're cooking and then you forgot to get like an onion or something for dinner. You can easily go into the store and just grab a few things, take the car seat out, you know, throw that little storage bag on it and just add a few items, okay? It's literally just, it's big enough for just those quick store runs, which I absolutely need and use all the time. Now, people do say the downside of these car seats is that they are heavy. Yes, they are heavy because they have the wheels and stuff attached. They are heavy. But why are you carrying these car seats? Like, you're not carrying them. You're literally popping the car seat out. It's heavy as you're taking it out and putting it down on the ground and you're popping the wheels out. I get that. And then to lift it and put it back in the car, yes, it is heavy. Other than that, why are you carrying it? It has wheels. It has wheels for a reason. So that whole like, oh, it's heavy, don't listen to it. It's heavy for like a second, okay? Like quite literally a second. So I love it. I live by it. I think it was the best investment. I am going to dread the day that my daughter grows out of it. Oh, and also the Evenflo is a little bit bigger, so like you can get a little bit more wear out of the Evenflo than the Duna, they say. So I'm hoping that my daughter can get a little bit more wear out of it. I think it goes up to like 35 pounds, so I'm just hoping that she can get that we go all the way at least. I love it. But for both these items, you can also get them at a cheaper price on Facebook Marketplace. You guys, I've seen them on there. I've seen them for like $200, $300. Like, you probably talk somebody down to like $150. You just never know, right? So check Facebook Marketplace for something this expensive, okay? If you are going with this stroller car seat combo, it's going to cost you, but there are ways around it. You can really find both of these items on Facebook Marketplace at a reasonable price. Next, let's talk about just your stroller. So for me personally, because we had the car seat and stroller combo, we didn't need a stroller right away, thank God, because she's not really going anywhere. And then anytime you do go somewhere, you're going to those first few doctor's appointments, which again, popping out the car seat, rolling in, rolling out, popping it back in the car. Amazing. But anyways, for a stroller, I went back and forth. I did a lot of research on different strollers, and I was originally going to go with the UPPAbaby Vista, I think V3 stroller. I was dead set on it. I loved it, and I know it was pricey, but I wanted it, and I was going to get it, okay? And it was probably going to run me about $1,000, but because it has all these different like parts and it has all these different things that you can connect to it and things like that. What I will say is though, for a stroller, you have to think about a lot of different things. Are you a traveler? Are you going to use it a lot? Are you going to be somebody who's going to be having multiple children? Because a lot of these strollers can now turn into a double stroller for those who do have multiple children. So just be mindful. There's so much that goes into a stroller. But anyway, so I originally went to Upper Vista. It's going to run me $1,000. I ultimately went with the Mockingbird, and I'm so glad I did, you guys. I love the Mockingbird, okay? It is a beast of a stroller. I will say that. It is like, it's big, it's hefty, but it is so nice. And we just started using this stroller, okay? So we did end up receiving it off of our registry. I think the retail price for that at Target was $450, again, versus the UPPAbaby, which was retailed about $1,000. Now I'm hearing that the Mockingbird is a dupe. So if it is, I'm a dupe queen, so it makes sense. But the Mockingbird is a great stroller. It is smooth. The bottom of the storage is huge. We live by shopping centers, so I'm able to literally walk to the shopping center with just the stroller and not need a cart or anything, because that's how big the bottom of the storage, the bottom of the stroller is, the storage pack. Huge, love it. And the Mockingbird does turn into a double stroller if I absolutely need it. Maybe one day. I don't really know if I'm going to have more children, but if I do, again, that's an option, because you know I like having options, period. And then also the reason why I did go with the Mockingbird is because when she does grow out of the ebb and flow car seat, she's gonna need another car seat. And a lot of different car seats can fit into the Mockingbird. So it is compatible with so many different car seats. So I really loved and appreciated that, because it won't like limit me, right? Because one day I'm not gonna be able to just pop out the wheels. I'm gonna have to take the whole Mockingbird frame out of the stroller and then, you know, put my car seat in it. So when that day comes, I know that I have options, okay? So that is just something for you guys to think about. Strollers and car seats are a whole beast, I know, but I hope any of that information kind of helped ease your pain, because it is a beast. Next, let's talk about a rocking chair. Okay, so you absolutely need a rocking chair. I don't know how people are getting by in life without having a rocking chair. It is the most amazing thing. I went back and forth a lot with getting a rocking chair or not. I didn't know if I wanted a rocking chair, a glider, recliner. There's so many different options, and I'm talking to all these different moms, and everybody has something different, okay? Everybody has something different. So you really just have to figure out what is best for you. I have a rocker slash glider, okay? I went with the Delta Children Adley Nursery Glider Swivel, okay, in French gray. And to me, it glides and rocks, so, but the reason why I went with that chair is because it was sleek. I turned my office space into her nursery. So now I moved my entire office to a little corner, and the rest of the room is her nursery. So I needed to make sure that my rocking chair was like sleek enough to fit in the corner I needed it to fit in, and that it did just that. And this rocking chair is perfect, okay? It does not recline, and at first I was like, I think I might miss not having the recline mechanism. I don't need it. I don't need it. I love the rocking chair. I use it to feed her. I use it to read to her. And then oftentimes I find me and her dad just coming in here and sitting in the chair because it's that comfortable, and we're just relaxing without the baby. Like, I love the rocking chair. You need a rocking chair, okay? And I think the one I got was retailed at Target. I don't remember how much it was retailed. I want to say it was maybe almost $300 or something like that. And I'm pretty sure my mother got it on sale for like maybe $200. And Target always has these random, you know, coupons, like 50% off of, you know, nursery items or whatever. So pay attention to that. It was a great buy. I absolutely think you need a rocking chair. And then sticking with the nursery, we can talk about cribs. Now, the crib is, obviously it's an important piece to the nursery and to baby's life. The crib was the very first thing that I purchased, okay? And I ended up getting the Delta Children Archer 4-in-1 convertible crib in gray from Target. And I love it. I think it's cute, it's simple. It will grow with her. It turns into like a toddler bed, it turns into like a full-size bed. And I think it's perfect for that reason, okay? I originally wanted the Nestig, brand crib, which is gonna run me about like $800 or something. And I'm honestly happy that I didn't, because I feel like I was going with it for all the wrong reasons. And I did like that it had like the small like bassinet style, and then it turns into like a crib as well. But it wouldn't work in my household because we have 3 levels in this house. So it's not like I could just roll, you know, like I'd have to carry it downstairs. And, you know, so nonetheless, I do like the crib that I went with. I love the color. It looks great in her room. I think I got it on sale. Originally it was $300. I got it on sale at $140 with shipping and everything, $140 out the door. And that was the very, 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 very first item that I bought my daughter, and she has yet to sleep in it. So just know that. So add it to your registry, but just know that it may not be something that you really need. And people may actually buy it, like especially if they can find a deal for it, like $140. Like, hell yeah, that's a steal. People may actually really buy it. But again, if it's something that you don't receive off your registry, do not panic. You won't need it, okay? Because the first few months, baby's gonna be sleeping with you or in your room. So speaking of sleeping with you or in your room, let's talk about bassinets. Bassinets, I feel like, are a very important item in most households other than mine. And I feel like that because my daughter has not slept in her bassinet in months. And I think she's only slept in it a handful of times. So there are some really, really, really nice bassinets on the market, right? I have a lot of friends who have the Snoo and they love it and they live by it. I have friends who have the Halo, they love it and live by it. I was so set on the Halo. I did add it to my registry, and that's what I really wanted. Now the Snoo is super popular, but it is retailed at about $1,700 brand new, okay? So a lot of people are purchasing the Snoo, but they're getting it secondhand off of like Facebook Marketplace, rightfully so, because your baby does not even sleep in it half the time. They no. And then the Halo, which is what I really wanted, it starts off, because there's different versions of it, but it starts off retail price at $220. So I really like the Halo. I was dead set on it. And then something in me was just like, I don't want that. I don't want it anymore. I don't like that the side doesn't detach and come down. I hate that I would have to bend it down to get her out. So I ended up going with the Angel Bliss on Amazon, and I actually really love it. It is a bigger bassinet, so it could go 2 ways, right? If you don't have the space for a bigger bassinet, then I would say maybe the Halo is probably going to be a better option for you. But if you have the space to have a big bassinet, then this Angel Bliss is amazing. Like the sides come down, which is what really sold me, because it just made sense, right? Like the side being down, it just made sense. And I do love that it has a storage on the bottom of it. A lot of bassinets do not have storage. It's literally just the carrier thing. The Angel Bliss has storage, and I love that about it. Now, granted, we don't use it as often as I kind of wish we did. Maybe we will. Maybe she will start. Maybe I'll start putting her in it now that she's a little bit bigger. I don't know. Like I said, it's a bigger bassinet, so she can use it for a lot longer than like a Halo, because a Halo isn't that long. So I don't know. But definitely add one of these to your registry. You may or may not get use out of it, but the Angel Bliss was a great dupe option for me. Next is high chair. There's so many options out there for high chairs. I mean, anywhere from like, you can get a high chair for like $60 to like $400, $500, right? So of course I wanted the Stoke Trip Trap high chair. I love the aesthetic of it. I'm trying to keep some kind of normalcy in my household, selfishly, but yes. But so I originally wanted the Stokey Trip Trap high chair. I added it to my registry. No one bought it. The retail price for that was $400, so I get it. Now that I'm researching a lot more, it's giving me a lot more time to research it, because it's something I'm gonna have to buy on my own. And she's just now about to start her solid journey, so I've had a lot of time to research more. And now that I've done my research a little bit more deep diving into it, I'm going to actually invest in the Abby Junior Y chair. I love it. It has the same idea of the Stokey Trap chair. It is the dupe to the Stokey Trip Trap, and it's a great dupe. And I've seen a lot of good reviews from like a lot of doctors as well on this chair. So I'm super excited about it. I love the fact that you don't have to have the tray. That way she can always sit at the table with us and use the table as her tray. That is important to me, to have her at the dinner table with us, because we eat dinner together every night. So I want her there. I don't want her to be necessarily isolated or secluded, so that high chair is going to be great for us. Again, this is something that you don't necessarily need up front, just eventually. So think about that. But I think the Abby chair is going to be a great dupe. And I will make sure to make a video once I receive it and use it and let you know what I think. Next is a bottle dryer and sterilizer. Okay, so this is something that a lot of people are gonna tell you it's not necessary. True, it may not be necessary, but I love it. I mean, so there's so many of these on the market, right? You have the baby Brezza, you have the Mom Cozy, you have the Dr. Brown's. Now, the baby Brezza and the Mom Cozy are gonna be the most expensive items. The Dr. Brown has a bottle dryer and sterilizer, and that's the one I have. And I think that's retailed about $80. Now, in the event that maybe you don't necessarily want a dryer and or sterilizer, I think a baby bottle drying rack is perfectly fine. I had that one on my registry as well, the XOXO bottle dryer, and I ended up getting both of them, the bottle dryer and the Dr. Brown's dryer and sterilizer. I returned the bottle dryer, obviously, and I kept the Dr. Brown's one, and I love it. I use it like 3-4 times a day. It's honestly it just makes life so much easier, and it's just like you will need the quickness of a quick bottle dryer. You can sterilize it by itself, or you can dry it by itself, or you can do the combo which sterilizes and then dries it. I use the dryer a lot more than the sterilizer. I do sterilize my things a lot, but that dryer comes in handy, okay, especially like in a clutch. So I say yes. I wouldn't necessarily say that Dr. Brown's is a dupe to it because it's its own brand, but it's definitely a dupe to the baby Breastfeeding and the Mom Cozy, because those things will run you about 180 and up, okay? But to me, the dryer and the sterilizer is definitely necessary. Then last but not least is a diaper bag. Okay, so I registered for 2 different diaper bags. At Target, I registered for the Eddie Bauer diaper bag. Love it. It's big, gender neutral, so I really love that. So I can carry it, or dad can carry it, and you not feel weird about it. And I think that, I don't know how much they really run you for. I want to say that bag was maybe like 50, 60 bucks. And then I also registered for the Dabble-Roo diaper bag on Amazon, which I do love that bag as well. Now, I have not had to use that bag. I've only ever used the Eddie Bauer bag. But now that I'm like into this, I'm like, you honestly, I don't think you need a big diaper bag. And it might be a hot take, but I don't think a diaper bag is necessary for kids this young. Maybe I'll feel different when she gets a little bit older, like in maybe her toddler years, where she'll need a little bit more things like her toys and all this other crap. But like as a newborn, she really just needs diapers, wipes, a burp cloth, and a change of clothes, and maybe a bottle. Like that's it. So I literally use like one of my like purse backpacks right now, like on the go. Like I don't know. I'm just like, I'm naturally a person who doesn't like to carry too much stuff anyways. Like I've always been like a smaller type of bag girl, or like if I have a jacket, I'm not taking a purse or a bag. Like I just don't like to have a lot of things on me as it is. So the fact that I was taking on this big old diaper bag it wasn't really necessary. I will say, obviously it is necessary eventually, but up front, I don't think it's necessary. So if I were you, I would definitely make sure to add a diaper bag, a big diaper bag on your registry, but then also add like a medium-sized one as well. So that way you can kind of pick and choose depending on what you're doing, where you're going. Like if you're just running out somewhere for just like an hour, you don't need a big diaper bag. But if you're leaving for a few hours, and I understand the big diaper bag, okay? So I would suggest that you add a few different options. You will probably get them, because a diaper bag is kind of like a staple, right, in baby's life. So you'll probably get them. So just add a few different options for yourself. And for maybe your partner as well. You want something that's kind of like gender fluid if you want, or something that's a little bit more personal to you, whatever the case is. But so add different types. And this is on a big ticket item because they can get pretty pricey, right? So you can get a really nice bag, even on Amazon, for like maybe starting at like 40 bucks. And then they can go up to like $200, $300 for a bag if you really want one of those really, really nice bags, name brand bags, things like that. So they can get pricey. But again, I would suggest you add multiple sizes. And I'm in the market for looking for a new diaper bag, like a smaller size actual diaper bag versus like my purse backpack that I use. And I will be sure to come back on here and let you guys know whichever one that I find. But yeah, that's just my hot take on that. So that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope this video helped you as much as I am intending it to help you. This whole thing of baby registry is just like, it's so foreign to us new moms, and it's a stressful time, but it can also be a fun time as well. Okay, just know that there is no wrong or right, because at the end of the day, you guys, you can literally, honestly, return any and everything that you get. Like, keep that in mind, okay? Nothing is ever set in stone. That's why you have registries. You can return. Your registry is your receipt. So, like, don't stress too much about it. But I do understand the wanting of making sure you're choosing all the best things for your baby. Your baby's not going to care, okay? It's a you thing. The baby's not going to care. But I do understand it, especially being a first-time mom. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This, again, is the big ticket item video. There will be a small ticket item video. And there's going to be other videos of things that I did not add to my registry that I kind of wish I did, or that I'm happy that I didn't. There's going to be a video about items that people often forget to add to the registry, the little items. They're important. So I got some more videos coming out for us mommies. So if that is something that you're interested in, please be sure to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share this video. Please sound off in the comments below. If you are a mommy watching this video, please let me know your due dates below, because that's exciting, right? And I want to be on this journey with you. We're a community. We need to support each other. Okay, so let me know your due date, what baby number this is, and how your registry making is going. And if you are doing a baby shower, like, let me know all this stuff. Let me know your baby shower themes. I want to know all this stuff. So let me know in the comments below. Please be on the lookout for the next few videos. And until next time, smooches.
I won't let no one come and take your place, 'cause the love you give, it can't be replaced.